So here, good morning, my dear students. This is bio Zoom live class. So just take out your bio book. Students, yesterday we studied about allergy. Just take page number 87. Yesterday we studied about allergy, that is about allergic reactions, that is an immune response. Some after concept of allergy, that is allergies sensitivity or unusual reactivity of a body tissue of any foreign substance which cause a physical reaction. After that, we study about what happened during an allergic reaction, and then do you know and knowledge enhancer. Now, students, today we are going to study about our next topic, that is activity 1. So just take page number 88. Page 88, activity 1. And I hope you have learned learning new words yesterday given to learn. And this also you have read. You studied about this one. Now, activity 1. Let's see what's given. To know about prevention and care of allergy. How to prevent this allergy means, see students, actually this allergical disease is incurable. Once it occur in your life, drugs, when we are taking drugs, these drugs help to control the symptoms. It helps histamine to block its action, but it does not cure this allergic disease. No, automatically sometimes in that person's life it will cure. Or at certain period of his or her life. So only way is prevention. That we used to say that prevention is better than cure. So here prevention. So let's see what prevention if a person can do if suffering from allergic reaction, allergy. So what's given? You may consult any physician to know more about the cause of allergy so that preservative measure can be taken. The main active substance which is present in the form of antigen and cause allergies called histamine. No, means if a person is suffering from um, allergic disease or allergy, at that time, that person will take a measure, that measure that when how to prevent themselves from allergy, what uh, what are causes and how to prevent. Means just prevention is what if a person is having allergy from something, they have to prevent escape themselves from that that allergic substances, that allergens. No, so here, the main cause of this as substance what? Histamine protein. This histamine causes allergic reaction. It causes symptoms. No. So antihistamines are drugs that reduce the effect of histamines. For example, antihistamines can reduce sneezing and help control the itching of a rash. If you are taking histamine, antihistamine drug. For example, yesterday you have we have studied about cetirizine disease, cetirizine drug. No, cetirizine, if a person is having allergy, just continuous sneezing, since having allergy from dust, then that person when takes cetirizine medicine, that is antihistamine medicine drug, antihistamine drug, then it controls its sneezing. Okay, also help in the itching of a rash. Another helpful treatment is desensitization, which is done for those sufferers who are allergic to insect venom or some kinds of pollens. No, sensitization here, which is usually occur because of allergy of insect venom. Now, sometimes, see, in case of here, venom means poison. Venom means poison. So sometimes what happen if an ant bites to some person having no allergy, no, this red swelling occur on his skin, no. But if a person is having allergy with an ant bite, no, no, at that time, because of allergy, person starts showing different type of symptoms. No, at that time, full redness, itching, no, pain, severe pain, no, these types of things occur. So during this treatment, increase. So what is given here? So at that time, desensitization occur. So what is given here? During this treatment, increased amount of allergen are injected over a considerable time until the sufferer no longer experience the allergic reaction. So in this case, what happened? In other treatments is desensitization. In this case, what happened? If a person is having allergy with certain substances, for example, allergy with certain pollen grains, so at that time, that allergen, no, are injected over a considerable time, injected for certain time until the sufferer no longer experience the allergic reaction. When continuously injecting, then a person will show no longer that allergic reaction. You can say in Hindi, zahar zahar ko kaatta hai. So if a person is having allergy with certain substance, in this treatment, now that substance is injected to that particular person's body until the sufferer no longer experience allergic reaction. Desensitization is done to trick the immune system into producing antibodies that will block the allergic reaction. No, in this case, what happened? This desensitization is done why to trigger the immune system, no, which produce antibodies. It will produce more and more antibodies, and because of production of more antibodies, it will block the allergic reaction. This treatment is successful for 2 out of 3 sufferers, but may be some side effects such as itching and swelling. You know, so if we use this treatment for means having less percentage of cure of treatment, but but then also it is successful. No, so here out of 3, 2 person will success. So just here in this case, that that allergen is being injected to a particular person's body for certain period of time until that person will no longer experience that allergic reaction. Okay, and at that time when this allergen is and means this antigen is goes in our body, no, immune system produce antibody which blocks the allergic reactions, no, and hence that person will no longer show allergic reaction. Now, next topic is allergen. What is allergen? Allergen are the antigens which include dust, pollen, certain food, drugs, or fur. Means these allergens are all the substance which cause allergy. The substance which cause allergy to a particular person is known as allergen. No? For example, dust, pollen grains. Some persons having winter, what we can say, winter allergens means suffering when temperature increases, decreases at that time, feeling having allergy or from certain food or certain drug. No, in allergic individuals, this substance which is a normal person would be destroyed by antibodies. No, usually what happens, this substance is gone when it goes in another body, another simple organ, other's body, it destroyed. Antibodies stimulate the release of histamine, leading to inflammation and other characteristic symptoms of allergy such as asthma and hay fever. But to others' body, those a person is having the allergy, at that time, the antibodies produce histamine antibody. When this substance come in contact with allergen for allergic person, it the binds with antibodies, no, and hence produce histamine protein. This histamine produces shows allergic symptoms, especially in case of asthma and hay fever. When an allergic person comes near an allergen, he or she may react by sneezing, coughing, or even vomiting. His or her eyes may become watery or reddened. These are symptoms. If a person come in contact with allergen, then because of allergic reaction, because of production of histamine protein in his body, then the person starts showing different type of reactions, different type of symptoms, allergic symptoms in his or her body. Now, common allergens. Here are some common allergens. What are allergens? Substance which cause allergy. Okay. So here allergens are like animal product. What are here animal product like fur? No, animals fur, wool, dust, mite, excretion, no, body part of cockroach, no. Next, foods in this case like egg, in that typically albumin, the white portion of the egg means this white portion of egg cause allergy to certain person. Next, pumpkin in that eggplant means pumpkin part when the plant is what we can say pumpkin flower, no, when after fertilization the egg form, that usually cause allergy. Corn, maize, some fruits, wheat in that also lactose tolerant intolerance. Now, in wheat lactose sugar, lactose is a sugar. That person will not able to tolerate the lactose present in sugar. Peanut, almond, no, legumes, peas, beans, tree nuts, milk, seafood, all this. Now, strong sunlight. In that here is ultraviolet rays of sun. Usually UV rays, sun usually gives three types of rays, no, infrared, ultraviolet, and visible. So in that ultraviolet part, cause allergic reaction. Now dust like certain pet waste, piece of dead cockroaches, mold spores, that spores, dead skin, and dust mites means dust particles, whatever dust part. In that dust part, this waste part of living organisms. No? Next, pollen grains in that nutshell pollen. This is also type of pollen. Congress grass type of wheat. It is type of wheat. What is wheat? Wheat is unwanted plant grows along with the crops. Weeds. Raw wheat pollen. This also. Next is mite. Mites, fecal matter contain protein which cause allergy. Here fecal means waste product. Waste product of this mite cause allergic reaction. Next, knowledge enhancer. Antigens. What are antigens? An antibody is a protein made by body's immune system. Antibodies production caused by presence of antigen. See, antibody, when foreign substances come in contact with our body, our body's lymphocyte cells, that these lymphocyte cells are present in WBC, no? WBC, white blood cells of our blood, no? So these white blood cells produce lymphocytes and this produce antibodies. When it produces antibodies, when foreign substance which act as antigen come in contact with our body. So antibody production is caused by presence of antigen. Antigens are proteins of carbohydrates, but they do not normally belong to the body. Means antigens means they are not from our body. That is that protein or that protein's composition or that um, um, carbohydrate composition not matches to our body. These foreign substances are found in bacteria, virus, insect, snake venom, and allergens. Means to any other substance, means any substance whose proteins and carbohydrate does carbohydrate which is not belongs to our body, it comes in category of antigens. Both antigens antibodies circulate in the body, no, in the blood, in our blood. Each antibody is made by the immune system to fight a particular kind of antigen. No, see students, for particular kind of lock there's a particular key. With the help of that key only we can able to open that particular lock. Same way, for particular type of antigen, when come in contact with our body, there's particular kind of antibody produced by our body to bind that antigen. No, the antibodies that destroy one antigen will not usually affect another one. No, once this antibody for one antibody produce and this antibody binds antigen and hence destroy it. Antigens are destroyed because the antibodies bind closely with them. This binding of antigen to antibody is a signal of immune system cells to attack the antigen. No. Now, this binding of antigen to antibody, when this antigen bind to antibody, that is a signal that yes, our immune system works properly and hence our body is able to come means able to bind, able to destroy that antigen. Usually see students in air or in water, in soil. No, there's lots of germs. And these germs come in contact, they always come in contact with our body. It goes in our body also by our nose, by our mouth, by our skin. No, when it enters in our body, the lymphocyte cells produce antibody. No, and it tries to kill that antigen, that germs. Usually it tries, it usually kills. But when what happened when our immune system is weak, at that time, then then that antigen will become more strong, and hence our immune system become weak, and then we will fall ill. No, and at a time, person starts suffering from fever, sneezing, cold, cough, all this. So all these are the symptoms, and it shows that if there's fever, then it shows that yes, our body is fighting with the antigen. But if it will be for long period of time, then that is a symptom for certain disease. Okay. Now, once a certain kind of antigen has been destroyed, the body may have the ability to quickly produce more antibody to fight to second attack if needed. No, this one antibody is produced once the destroyed antigen, then again the body is able to produce more antibodies as per requirement. If this happened, the body has become immune to that antigen. If this does not happen, then the body reacts, which is known as allergic reaction. Now, usually what happened when this come antibodies usually destroys normal person antibodies destroys foreign substance antigens, but when antibodies are not able to destroy allergens, means not what antibody oh, sorry antibodies is not able to destroy antigens, at that time they bind and they produce certain chemical, and that is histamine. That histamine goes in the body fluid or blood and it causes symptoms of allergic diseases. Okay. Now, do you know what is given here? An allergen is a type of antigen that produces an abnormally vigorous immune response in which immune system as per fight off of perceived treat that would otherwise be harmless to other body. What is given? An allergen is a type of antibody. Allergen may be the pollen grains or any pollen grains or any other substances, soil, any substances that produce abnormality to that body, person's body. That is it, that immune response in which immune system fight, that our immune system fights off, and that perceived treatment with fights and a perceived threat that perceived threat that would otherwise be harmless to the body. Such reactions is called allergies. Means what happened? What is given here? That immune system fight. First, our immune system fights of a perceived threat. Means it can able to fight. It can able to, and after it produce symptoms. And that is as a whole called called as allergies. Next is knowledge enhancer. What is given? Anaphylactic shock. What is anaphylactic shock? What is given here? Some people have antibodies that react to penicillin. Penicillin is a drug. No, it is a medicine. So some people is having antibodies to react to penicillin, a drug that is helpful to most people. The reaction to a dose of penicillin may be fatal to a person having allergic to it. No, means a person is having allergy. A certain person is having allergy to um, um, penicillin. Usually people used to take, but a person is having allergy to that penicillin. At that time, if person takes a person takes penicillin, then it will become more fatal, dangerous. Such a reaction is called anaphylactic shock. It is known as anaphylactic shock. Anaphylactic shock is what? Because of penicillin. When penicillin drug acts as antigen, and when a person takes that antigen, our body produce antibody at that time. That be much, and after that, that binding of antigen antibody take place and histamine produce, and at that time that will be much dangerous, much fatal. If and that is called anaphylactic shock. So students, here this is about allergens. No, that is here allergen, common allergens, common type of allergens, and antigens. No, and do you know, and knowledge enhancer, that is anaphylactic shock. So students, today's your homework is you have to read about this allergen. Clear? And some are raising hands, students, since we have limited time. Whatever doubts you are having, you can ask from me in class WhatsApp group. No, you can send message between 5 to 6 p.m. Okay, students. So today's bio Zoom live class is over. Thanks for your participation.